Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cooking with Doug, and welcome to another episode of Kitchen Gadget Talk. Today, we have a special guest from our Kitchen Gadgets group. I'm sure she's in a lot of other groups of mine, probably all of them, but she's a fan of the show, and I definitely want to get her on here, and so we could chop it up. All right, so without further ado, we have Karen in the house. Karen, say hey to everybody.
Hey, I'm excited. I love the intro.
Awesome.
I feel like a star.
Yes. You definitely a rock star in my group, and I appreciate all the support and all the comments and stuff that you do in there. So that's awesome. So I definitely want to get you on the show. So let's start. So just tell everybody out there what your top 3 or 4 gadgets are.
Okay, I've got to say number 1 is that Ninja hot and cold coffee system because I would have sold a grandchild to get that. I'm not even going to lie to you. That thing is it has made my day. I have used it to show iced tea in 2 seconds for my grandkids to make them think I'm like a star, okay?
Oh, wow. Nice.
And then it has to be my Ninja air fryer. I've got the 4-quart because I live with that every day. It does everything from toast to cooking to heating stuff up, and it's on my counter. It's my stove. And bacon. I bake in that. And my Ninja Storm because I can make my ice cream.
Oh, nice. So tell me some more about that Ninja Storm. I don't know much about it. So it can make. Would you compare it to a Vitamix or?
Oh no. And it's funny because I wasn't looking for a chopper or a blender. I really was looking for an ice cream maker.
Okay.
And I like to kind of research stuff.
Okay.
And looking at different things, I watched them make ice cream on QVC, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't need an ice cream maker. And I wanted it easy. I mean, this is simple ingredients that you just throw in here and then put it in the freezer. Really simple.
Ah, okay.
And then I found out it did other things. And like chicken salad. I've been buying chicken salad. You get disappointed. Oh, that's not really what I wanted. You can make chop all kinds of stuff. So
nice. Okay.
It's a winner.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people in the group have gotten the Storm. So that's cool. So yeah, and it was a good price, right, on QVC or HSN, one of them. They had a good price.
It was like 30 some bucks. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, this is one of these little things that I leave, and my counter is really small. I had to eliminate stuff to be able to put my air fryer there. Mm. And it's really small, but it stays there because I go, oh, wait, I can use that. That's how simple it is.
Right. Okay. Cool. So any other gadgets you were, well, I think you named 3. Do you have any others that you would, or you might have been?
Well, I also have, I got my Storm. I've got the air fryer, which I had the 4-quart, and I have to kind of get the story out here, okay, which is my sister started me in this. I have never fried anything in my life. I don't fry. I don't even own oil, okay?
Right.
I use a little olive oil, all right? And we went over this, I'm not kidding you, for a year. And I'm like, why are you giving me an air fryer? I don't fry anything. And then I was obligated. She spent all this money. And I'm looking at it going, what am I going to do with it? I don't fry. And she said, you do so much with it. She said, you can make your toast in it. Well, she had me at toast because that was the one thing that was kind of going downhill. My toaster was falling apart. So I moved to toaster. I put it there. And it was it's like amazing. I'm like, okay, I don't fry, but I cook almost everything in there. My fish, my vegetables, just tons of stuff. Get cooked in there. Toast, your everyday stuff, and I bake in it, which is wonderful.
Okay.
So that's where I kind of got started with this. And,
cool. So your sister gave you an air fryer, or she just told you to?
Gave it.
Oh, what did she give you?
Okay, she gave me this air fryer in like May, and I didn't even know what QVC was. And I hadn't seen that since my kids were little, and they're 40. And She has taken me down a rabbit hole. Once you start realizing, wow, this is a simpler life, then she said to me, once you get rid of that stainless steel, you got to try this Curtis stone. And I'm like, I'm not spending $160 on pans. And she went, no, you've got to try this. Well, some of my gadgets, Doug, have to do with the fact, and I think a lot of subscribers out there, from when I read their posts, you know, some of us are getting older, some of us already had some difficulties. And not having to scrub out stainless steel, the way it slides out, it's really easier on my arm and on my whole life. I was amazed. I said, like, I cannot believe how this has made my life easier.
Wow, nice.
So, you know, and she just, every time I look up, you know, it's like, well, why don't you get this? And why don't you get this? And then I fell into it myself, and I started watching what people had. Right. And going that way with it.
Well, is your sister in the group?
Yeah, Patricia Catafall. If I don't say her name.
Oh, yeah, I know her. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Shout out to Patricia one time. Yeah, I know her. Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, and it's funny because when I first started, and she gave me this air fryer, of course, you know, I went to look at 400 videos. And I don't know if you remember this, but I came across yours. One of the first videos I watched, and the other one was Two Sleevers. Okay, and cool. And it was like, shout out to Two Sleevers. He's so down to earth.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's such a nice guy. I don't feel like somebody's, you know, over my head or preaching to me. And right. It's pretty funny. You know, so I said, okay, you know, and then I joined the group, so.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's cool. I didn't know that was your sister. That's awesome. Okay. So cool. So any type of gadgets that you're thinking about buying in the future? I know you like it, you know, you have a small area and stuff, so you're probably at max now, but is there anything that out there that you were thinking about getting or replacing?
You know, unlike some of our stars in the group, like Shirley and Leanne, and the ones that have, like, they start pulling it out of closets and stuff. Yeah. I had to get a whole nother, I already had one. I had to get another, like, rolling cart in order to start holding some of the accessories to the gadgets I had, and then the little gadgets. Right. And so even though I don't have room to, like, cook with everything at one time, and I do live in a 1925 house, and I post this stuff all the time, I don't have the electrical current to be able to plug all these things in. So I have to move everything every time I want to use it. Gotcha. And I actually gave my daughter my microwave, because that was the first thing that I had to move off that counter. And I put it on this cart. And now I gave her the microwave because I don't use that for anything anymore, and I hardly used it before. Gotcha. And I said, well, okay, now I've got room in this cart. What else can I get? And not what do I need? What can I get? But I'll tell you, I probably have. I've been looking at the Longi for a long time, and I looked it up actually, knowing that I was going to come on this call, and noticed the price had gone down to like $99.
Yeah, that's why I bought mine. Yeah, it was $99.
Yeah, but now it's sold out.
Yeah, but it'll come back though.
Yeah, but every time I see someone cook with that, I am just intrigued. I just think, wow, that's kind of a cool thing.
It is, and it cooks. It cooks up like from the top like an air fryer, but it also has like a stove top on the bottom, and you can do that at the same time. So it's definitely interesting and stuff. And yeah, I think I might try and do some popcorn in there just for fun. I think I might try and do that. That should be fun because you got the little wand that goes around and can put the kernels in.
I love that.
So that would be interesting to see, actually. Now that I thought about it, I just thought of that just now.
I love a video, and I don't know if it's D. Johnson or someone who uses that a lot.
Yeah, D. Johnson does.
Video.
Yeah.
And I watch that, and I'm like, look at that thing.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you, I want that. Is it Arc, the carbonator?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
I had looked at those Seltzer water systems for a while, before I even, looked at anything you had. Mm-hmm. And the reviews though so up and down. It
Yeah.
makes me go, I'm not gonna
You know
do
what
this.
though? I think people want more than what it is. I mean, it's carbonate. It's like seltzer water, and you flavor it. I mean, it's not. Is it going to taste exactly like real soda? No, but it's going to taste close enough. And you know, especially if you're doing it for health reasons, it's definitely a great alternative than not to have anything. I mean, here's a healthy way that you can kind of drink like a good soda substitute or a bubbly whatever substitute. So
I'm waiting for you to carbonate that glass of wine one night.
you know, I'll do that just for you. I will do that one in my not because I'm gonna post. As you know, I fried a turkey today, so I'm just gonna do some finishing touches and post that. But I think I'm going to. You know what? For Thanksgiving, I normally just do a Thanksgiving just to say thanks and happy holidays to everybody. I'm gonna carbonate some wine because
You should do that. Now, here's my story with the seltzer water.
Right.
I drank seltzer water for years, and
Sure.
I don't need any. It's not a soda. I never drink soda.
Right.
And it's not a matter of the taste or the water or anything like that.
Sure.
I just love seltzer water.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I got kind of tired of I felt like I was leaving a large footprint because I'd be buying all these bottles and bottles of seltzer water.
Yeah, right.
And when I worked, I drank it a lot. And I don't drink it so much now because I'm not out on the road doing some of the stuff I was doing. But I love seltzer water. And it is in one of my shopping carts, probably the one on Amazon.
Sure.
Or on my wish list.
Sure.
And if that price goes down, maybe next year.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to touch on. And I wanted to tell everybody, the one that I have, I got it for the style. Because I've had the older ones, and it just didn't look sexy on my counter. That's something that I want to keep on my counter. I want to store that away. That's something that, I want to have with my dinner or my lunch or just sometimes I feel thirsty and I'm tired. See, the thing is, I don't like water. I don't like water. I have to force after the second bottle, I'm forcing myself, just basically. So I have to get some flavor enhancers and all that. And after a while, even that gets boring. So I try to attack it in different ways so that I can get the water in, because I got to get the water in. I try and do like 6 bottles a day, but that's hard. Wow. I mean, I can do that, here and there, but I think for me, I'm things just get boring to me. So after like 5 months, I'm going to be like, I'm tired of this, and then the next thing I'm down to 1 bottle a day. So I just got to spruce it up, and it's something that is very elegant and can stay on my counter and look nice and complement everything around it. So that's why I spent a little extra money. But yeah, you can go ahead and spend, the Walmart. Well, Walmart doesn't sell anymore, but like Target, the little Target one for $50, $60. That works they all work the same. It's just that you're paying for the elegance of that one. So, you can get any one of them. They all work. I don't think mine works any better than the one in Target for $60. But it just looks better.
I think it might, Doug.
Oh, it might? Okay, because I had one. Yeah. I had the Walmart one years, like 2015, and I've used it. You know what it is? I didn't like the flavors. I didn't know that you can just put your own flavors in there and make it. I'm just using the syrup that they were selling with, and I was like, this tastes funny. So I just didn't like it. So, but the way this one makes you do it, it just it makes the water into the seltzer water, and then you add yourself in your container what you want, whether it be, lime powder, lemon powder, or lemon juice, or wine, or whatever, just to give it a little taste.
I'm going to tell you, I have found, and I was in retail my entire adult life. I retired out of retail. And so I know just about every kind of fake thing. My sister says that I don't do anything because I've done retail so long. I don't appreciate anything. Yeah. But I want these people that I really don't ever want to pay regular price for anything. It's kind of against my rules.
Right.
But I also know you get what you pay for.
Sure.
And just like the Ninja Coffee. Actually, the way I saw that, Doug, was because you were doing a video on something else.
And then
I
you
saw
see me
it
do
on
it.
your counter.
Okay, okay. Oh, and then you saw it. I try and do that in my videos because, sometimes when I do a video on something, some of my subscribers won't look at it. So sometimes I'll force you to look at it. Like maybe I'll do a Ninja Foodie. That's like the hot thing, right? So, and then I'll focus on something else real quick to make you look at it.
Well, it does. That's how I got that coffee maker, and then you actually did a video on the water system,
right?
And I just sat there and stared. I just like, oh my god,
yeah, look,
and it is. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yes,
and I love gorgeous.
Yeah, me too.
I love gorgeous. In fact, talking about bread makers and making bread, and I really want to try to make bread by hand.
It's yeah. Any way you can do it is fine. I mean, because the smell, I'm telling you, the smell of fresh bread, it's.
I stood in Walmart one day for 3 minutes smelling the bread. I'm not kidding you.
And I'm telling you, and when you make it, it's going to smell like that in your house. I promise you, hand or bread machine.
But I don't like the shapes and the holes. Yeah. And I know that sounds crazy, but this gets back to looking at something sexy on your counter.
Yeah.
As much as I don't want to see those holes, I would love to see something beautiful like that thing on my counter.
Oh, yeah.
I would walk in every day.
Yeah. Well, there's a way. I mean, I know with my Zoe bread machine, you can take off those little paddles before that's the final stage or before some stage, and it won't do it. I don't know if that works with any other one, but I know with my Zoe machine, and if you're looking to get a bread machine, that's the one. That brand is the one definitely you should get. I know there's other ones for cheap. Like the Zoe is like anywhere from $200 to $300, but I mean the quality is just so great.
I've seen some people bake after you did your last. You did some low carb bread,
right?
And everybody, of course, ran to their bread machine.
Yeah. It's fantastic. It's great, and I wish I would do a whole because I'm pre-diabetic, and I'm trying to do low carb bread. If I wasn't, I can do. There's breads out there that it's like 4 ingredients, and you'll have like a whole loaf. Like it's just so easy to do. Your flour, salt, yeast, blah blah blah, and butter. I don't know, and boom, and then in 2 hours you got this whole loaf of bread. But of course, it's full of carbs. But so I can't eat that. But if you're not, I mean, you can make so much different types of breads out there. I mean, it's fantastic. But that smell is, I beg anybody, if you can make fresh bread in your house, you'll know what I'm talking about. You're like, I cannot believe this.
Well, that's even like when you bake in the Ninja.
Yeah.
It smells like you're baking it in the oven, and it fills up the house with that.
Yeah.
Wow, cakey smell.
Right. So talk to me about your Ninja forecourt. I mean, I a lot of people. I think I had that one. That you didn't get you had the first Ninja air fryer, right? Because I think they have a second one that's a little deeper.
I think this is the first one.
This is the first one. Okay.
When this came out, my sister and I were sitting on the phone, back and forth, talking about the Foodie. And the Foodie was getting popular. And we were both saying, she said she couldn't justify it because she has like 50 million gadgets. She has to bring them in through the back door. Okay?
Right.
And so she said, I can't justify that, but she was giving one of her air fryers to her son so she could justify the Ninja.
Sure.
And I said, I don't know. Maybe I would like that Foodie better because it looks like everything is there in one piece.
In one piece, yeah.
But somehow we decided we were going to bypass that. And I'm glad, in a way I'm glad, because otherwise I would never have bought one if she hadn't sent me one, because I don't think she would have sent me a Foodie, but she could have sent me the
Yeah, because the forecourt, that you can catch that for $100 on a good sale. Well, now again, but back in those days, you could, like last year this time, you could have caught it.
And that's all I needed. It's just me.
Yeah,
I didn't need anything big.
Right.
So, and I've gotten to know it so well, and that I don't need to even think anymore when I'm doing stuff. And I think that's really important to feel comfortable with it, to be able for it to be like cutting your stove on used to be for when we used stoves.
Sure.
And that's the only place I cook my fish now, and
nice.
I'm a big fish eater.
Oh, sweet. But, so what types of fish do you cook? You air fry or whatever?
Pretty much salmon, and I get some tilapia every now and then, but pretty much salmon.
Gotcha, yeah.
And every time, I look at it and I take a picture of it or something to post it, I think, oh, poor Doug, he just...
Yeah, man, listen, my whole family eats fish. Like, they eat... My parents eat salmon probably 2 to 3 times a week. So I know. My mom had to cook fish in the garage with it. When we used to live in New York, when I lived with them, she'd have to crack the garage door, the main door, so the fumes could go out. She'd have to make it in the garage because that's how allergic I was. I'm much better now. I can be around it. It just cannot enter my mouth. But before, it couldn't even be in the air where I was.
Wow.
Yeah. My lungs would close up. Like one time how I knew is, I think I was in 11th grade, and for some reason, it was just the luck of the day. All my classes after 4th period was canceled. So I just went home. I said, okay, well, what else am I going to do? Fortunately for me, I was in walking distance from my high school. It took me about 10 minutes to walk home, or 10, 15 minutes, whatever. So I get home. So let's say it's, 11 o'clock. So my mom was cooking fish in the kitchen because she was like, well, I have enough time to, I get out at 2:25, probably get home at 3 usually. So she had plenty of time to air out the house. Well, I don't know where she was. She might have been in the basement. So I just came in and shot right up to my room and went to sleep. I think I had like a sore throat. I think I was getting a cold. So it was like perfect. I was like, well, I'm sick anyway. I'm going home. I'm going to sleep. So I went right to my bed, closed the door. I guess my mom didn't hear me. And I woke up like 3 hours later, wheezing. I had to go outside for like 45 minutes just to breathe. And that's how I knew I was very, very, very allergic to the fumes of fish. And I think she wasn't even cooking salmon. Because my parents, they eat salmon and they eat the regular fish, with the eyes and the bones and all that stuff. Yeah, they get down. Yeah. Many times at the table, my mom was choking on bones, but that's all right.
Well, I'm glad you shared that because, I was, one of the members has a grandchild who's allergic to peanuts. I don't know if it was Leanne or which one it was. And she was sharing something saying people don't realize how bad this is because we all think in terms of, don't give them no peanut butter.
Right.
And it's just so much more than that.
Yeah, some people, if it just touches skin, it's like...
Yeah. So...
Yeah. So I'm thankful that I can be around, at least I can be around. It just cannot enter my mouth in any shape or form. So if someone, like if I go to a restaurant, I got to tell them, I'm like, listen, if you made any type of fish in the pot, I need you to use another pot or scrub it down really good because it cannot enter me at any, because I'll get all right, this is what happens when I eat fish. First it feel like a bag of ants was in my mouth and you tape my mouth shut and then somehow the bag burst and a bunch of ants are just crawling all over my mouth. That's what it feels like. And then when I swallow it, it's like heartburn from I don't even know where. Like it just burns all the way down. I can feel it in my stomach. And this process takes about 3 hours of just suffering, and then it goes away.
Well,
and that's 2 pieces of fish.
Yeah, and I hope someone out there, maybe just because you don't have any idea, now goes, oh gosh, that's what that was.
Yeah,
because who would have thought that?
Yeah, but I wish I could eat fish because it's very.
My fish and my ninjas posting the pictures so that you can.
So I could drool on it because it's healthy. It's very, fish is very healthy for you, and it's something to incorporate in your diet. And I think that's why, my parents are diabetic. They've had diabetes probably in their late 30s. I don't know, but they're in their 80s, and I think that is why they are as healthy as they are because they have a lot of fish in their diet.
Well, I love to watch the recipes. I'm going to tell you. And the funny part is I don't even buy chicken. And the only chicken I bought was you did a jerk chicken recipe.
Oh, okay.
And
you did jerk
I
chicken?
had jerk chicken. Huh?
Said you did jerk chicken?
I did. I had jerk chicken at a party years ago, and I remember thinking that was the best tasting thing I'd had in the world. And when I saw you do it on the video, I went, I want to do that. Well, Doug, I had to go out and buy all the ingredients.
Okay.
I had nothing. Okay. And my kids talked about me and were sending each other texts back and forth about, oh, look at her. She couldn't season anything when we were growing up. She didn't even use salt. And now she's up here making jerk chicken.
I know it.
That's awesome. Like, yeah, that's right. But I've got the right thing. You put it in the air fryer.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, air fryer is awesome, man. I am so glad it worked out because, like, as you know, I'm telling you, I saw it on QVC back in 2016, and I didn't know if it was going to work. And I was like, well, it looks cool. You know, Dave makes everything look cool. So I was like, I'll try it.
You had one. You still have one?
Oh, yeah. I have a Kasori, and I use my Ninja Foodie or my Kasori as far as air fryers now.
I know you use a Kasori because, and I think we had just posted about that a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Where I had sitting here waiting because my daughter comes in, and my daughter has, as I say, a village full of kids, and she works hard, and she this would make her life so much easier.
Yeah.
But she needs a big one. She can't use one little like mine.
You're right.
And this is what I really want to gift her for Christmas, but I'm waiting for the price to go down.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, Black Friday, they're definitely going to do that. I think last year it was like $89 or something like that, because it's like $115.
I'll be thrilled.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely going to go down, for sure. You can guarantee it.
But so many people have really, said they're happy with that. And then I noticed you gave one to your mother that you had when you got a new one.
Yes, because she had a Paula Deen and it started stripping, like the basket started peeling. But this was like one of the early Paula Deens. Like this was like 2017 I got it for, Christmas of 2017. So it was old. It was before the 8-quart that she has or before any of that. It was like a dial. So it was just old. It was like she was ready for a new one anyway, to be honest with you. So And of course, that was just an excuse for me. That justified me getting my new Kasori. Look, goodness. I gave my other one to my mom, so I have to get another one. So
I'm already thinking of excuses of what can I say to justify what I want to get next. You know? And I part of me really wants that Foodie.
Oh yeah. The Foodie's a game changer.
Yeah. And then you have the new Instant Pot.
Yeah, I had to get that one. That one's just sexy. I didn't need to get that because I already had the Instant Pot Ultra. I just saw that and I said, yeah, I like the big screen. It could sous vide. I'm not a big sous vide, but if I wanted to do it, I can do it in that one pot. Because now I'm going to, for that one machine, I'm getting rid of my Instant Pot Ultra and my sous vide machine. I think I have a Dash sous vide machine. So I'm going to sell both of those for like $100. And I got it for $108. It was on sale. I don't know if it's still that price. But I was like $108 for that. I'm grabbing it because I think 2 years ago I spent $140 on my Instant Pot. Oh, no, it was $112 on Black Friday 2 years ago. I got it. But it was normally going for $149. So the Instant Pot I have now is better than the Ultra. So to get it for $108, I just checked out and walked sideways and got it.
Yeah. I'm looking at mine and I'm thinking I haven't had this and I'm so many people you hear watch these people who are posting, well, I've got that, but it's still in the box, or I've got this.
Yeah, I hate that. That's how my mom was.
I had that, huh?
So that's how my mom was. You go in the garage. When she was my age, I'm going to be 45, in her 40s, she'd have like she'll have a Ninja Foodie, an Instant Pot, she'd have everything, and she wouldn't open none of them. She'd be like, I have it, but I didn't open it yet. Yeah.
Well, when I finally decided, and it's a funny story to me, with the Instant Pot and the 2-quart Cook's Essential.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the
yeah.
Instant Pot, and I stood back. I was scared to death of this thing. I was scared of the Ninja air fryer, okay? But
yeah, well, pressure cooking is a whole new story. Yeah, that is. I was nervous myself. I did in the video. I was like, I deleted it. I was like, if I blow up, then I love you guys, and see you in the afterlife.
Well, what was funny was I got the 2-quart.
Okay, yeah.
I said, let me take baby steps.
Right.
Maybe if I get this little guy, which is so cute. I think it was just so cute. And if I get this little guy, then I won't be afraid of the big guy.
Right.
But what's funny is the Cook's, is it Cook's Essential? Is that what it is?
Yeah, the 2-quart, yeah.
Yeah. What's funny about that little pot is that it's like a small child.
Mm-hmm.
It is not like a really great system.
Right.
It spurts. It makes noises.
Yes.
It does all kinds of stuff. It's like a little bad kid. You want to say, shut up and just do what you do.
Yeah. Right. That's like the third kid, right? Like you had the first kid, you baby him. The second kid, I kind of got the hang of things. And the third kid, you're like, I don't look. Just sit there. Just
sit there. Stop it and
just stop it and be right.
But I used it like it's really nice because, excuse me, if I just want to do potatoes or something small for me, it's so quick.
Yeah.
And I get past the fact I know it's going to make noise. But what made me originally stop and go to finally using my Instant Pot was I wanted to make something and I didn't want to feel like I had to babysit it. And I don't walk away from the 2-quart. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. That lid is tricky to close. I mean, I would say for a first timer, that would not be the pressure cooker I would recommend anybody. You're like, I can't even get it to pressure. Yeah, it's kind of tricky, but if you have experience with pressure cookers, then it'll be fine. But yeah, and you're right, it does spit up a lot, and but it's cute. I'll tell you a funny story. I got it because so many people got it in the Kitchen Gadgets group. Like one day I just chimed in. I think I got in like around 2 p.m. and I'm just looking and everybody, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy one too. And I just bought one.
And then you had to get that little basket.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Why not? Sure. Why not? Yeah. That basket is small. Like it's even smaller than I even thought. Like that basket, you could probably put like, I can't even think like, you can, I mean, the amount of like I like to do cabbage and cauliflower cabbage. You can barely like fill it up with cabbage to fit. If you were like really hungry, that would be the amount of cabbage you could fit in there. Well, to a hungry person.
It works out perfect for one person who wants to do a couple of potatoes for something.
Yeah.
And I don't have to put it on the stove.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, really, that's the one thing I can throw in there: potatoes, vegetables, and walk away and not worry about it. I will never do pea soup in it again. I think I did pea soup in it. I'm not sure. I may have done it in the Instant Pot. But, that stuff spits up everywhere by itself. So
but the workaround for that is just get a towel and put it over the thing and it'll be fine.
Oh, that's what I did.
Yeah, you can even put paper towel.
But that was okay because I figured it out. What happens is when you're so new to this, you start watching video after video after video.
Well, the video won't show you the spit up, though. We edit that stuff out.
Yeah, my house won't catch on fire if I put this on top of it.
Yeah.
But I do that now, but that 2-quart made me really use my big, my Instant Pot because I didn't have patience for it. I wanted to make what you did the cabbage, and I wanted to make the cabbage, and I got to do it in something bigger. I'm not going to do a half a head of cabbage.
Sure, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're doing it for yourself, I mean, and you don't want you don't care about leftovers, or maybe you just had like a little half. You had a half left, in your refrigerator, and you just wanted to get rid of it and do something. Yeah, you could throw it in there, the 2-quart.
Well, part of like the continuous falling into the rabbit hole is like when you get something that makes a big quantity and then you have to freeze it. Of course, I had to buy something which I didn't have, which is Saber, you know, what do you call them?
The what?
The bags where they freeze, so you can put the.
Oh, you mean the vacuum sealer? The vacuum.
Yeah, vacuum sealer.
Yeah.
So I had to get one of those.
Oh yeah.
Not that I've used it, but I had to get it.
Oh, but you need to use it. Okay, well, if you use well, I don't know if you preserve food, but if you use a Ziploc, a vacuum sealer is like quadruple the time. Like, for instance, I don't remember even experiencing freezer burn in a properly vacuum sealed package that I've done. But I could tell you countless times, and that's why I have a vacuum sealer, because I remember one time when I first started doing videos, you know, because I do videos not particularly for me to eat for dinner. Like this turkey I made, I don't even want a turkey, but I just felt like making a turkey, so I just made a turkey. So I'm gonna have a whole lot of leftovers that I'm gonna vacuum seal. Well, I used to put it in Ziplocs, and then, you know, 4 months later, 5 months later, I'm going in my deep freezer, and everything has freezer burn. And so I had to throw out, like, I was like, the one time I want leftovers, I can't have leftovers because everything I put in the Ziploc 3 months ago is bad. And that's what made me get a vacuum sealer. I was like, you know what? I didn't think I need one, but I just threw out potentially, you know, $80 because now, instead of having free food, I'm going out to buy food. So I like, oh yeah, that's what, I think it was 2015. I was like, yep, I'm going to buy a vacuum sealer. And I've had stuff in there from a year and a half ago. It's still good. Hot dogs, you know, uncooked, you know, hamburger meat and stuff like that. And it's still good. So it just depends if you're preserving food in your freezer. I mean, if you cook everything just to eat today, then yeah, maybe you don't need one. But if you like to store away leftovers or just buy food in bulk and store it, then you can't go wrong with a vacuum.
Well, the nice thing about it is, and this is going to probably be the time I'll use it where I've like never used it before, is that every year we do Thanksgiving, and pretty much all this food is left over. Mm-hmm. And like you said, 2 months down the road, I'm looking in the freezer going, what is that? And why is it? And I'm like, oh no, I don't think I want to eat that. Or, you know, it's still good, but the flavor isn't that great.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm saying I'm not going to do that this year. Now, this isn't a call for everybody to go out and buy a vacuum sealer, but I am not going to do that this year. When I cut that meat off and do whatever I'm doing, part will go with my daughter, and the rest of it I'm putting in my freezer. It'll be there, and I don't have to worry about it. Right. Something down the road without chopping.
Yeah, of course. That's the whole thing, man. That's what it is. Especially when you cook stuff, or when you know what I like to do. I like to, if there's a sale on like meat, like chicken or any type of meat, I'll season it and vacuum seal it so that when I thaw it out, it's already seasoned and it's ready to go.
And ready.
And that seasoning is just all in it. It's not like, you know, like when you season something, you know, right then and there, and then you just let it marinate, I don't know, for an hour or 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's a whole different flavor if you let it, you know, sit for a day, or if you vacuum seal it and just put it away for whatever time, 6 months, 2 months, a month, whatever. That's a whole different flavor than just letting it just sit there for 10 minutes to 4 hours. It's night and day, actually. So yeah, it's definitely cool.
It's so much better than there's a lot of pre-seasoned food in the store. And it scares me. I like to know what's in my food.
Yeah. I don't know. I bought that. It even has a weird like aftertaste with it. I definitely wouldn't. Yeah, my meat market does that a lot, and I don't even like the taste of it. So, but I mean, hey, if some people for some reason don't know how to season, so I guess that would be something great for them.
Yeah.
But no, we have seasoning, so we can sprinkle a couple things on there and get the taste going. So yeah, that.
Well, I laugh because I have that as we call it, the go-to seasoning, the McCormick.
Oh, the McCormick. Yeah, I love that, man.
And this is a person who, seriously, I still probably have, thank goodness it probably doesn't go bad, the container of salt that I bought probably 2 or 3 years ago, because I never cooked with salt. Never, ever cooked with salt. And as I started
Wait, wait, wait,
looking
wait,
at
wait,
more
wait, wait,
things.
wait, wait. We gotta back up. You said you never used to cook with salt?
Never.
Wow.
And here's the thing. My kids will tell you, there are a few things I cook really well. I make curry chicken. That's outstanding.
I would, listen, let me tell you something. I would give 15% of my next check to have a plate of your curry chicken. That is, wow. You just came off the gate. You didn't say meatloaf and spaghetti. No, you said curry. Wow, that's awesome. Okay.
Isn't it wild? Curry chicken. My kids will get so mad if I make. Whenever they would come, when I lived in Northern Virginia, and they used to, it'd be a 4-hour, 5-hour ride from where they were living to come visit me.
Right.
And they would, are you gonna make the curry chicken? I'm like, if I have to, yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, of course you have to. That's all we really come for. Okay, but there are only a couple things.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So what do you make it with? Like, so you make it with rice, or what do you make the curry chicken with?
I put potatoes.
Oh yeah, potato. Okay.
A lot of onions, which is funny because my daughter likes to say that she's allergic to onions because she doesn't like them.
Right.
But she'll eat that curry chicken with all those onions in it.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
And but there was actually, which is a guy, one of my son's friends, and this is when they were teenagers, and he loved to cook. And he was from one of the islands.
Okay.
And he made curry chicken, and I never forgot that recipe and never forgot how good that was.
Wow, okay.
And I actually use it. I don't use the more like Jamaican curry. I use more like the Indian curry.
Okay, okay. Well, that's stronger.
So
yeah, that's more potent.
Yeah.
Their curry don't play.
When you've cooked with curry, everybody in the neighborhood knows.
Oh yeah. Now, if I had Indian curry, I'd probably put that in my my Ninja 4-in-1 super crock pot thing. Put that thing in the backyard. Let that thing cook. Because
it is so good,
man,
though. It is so good. But,
that Indian curry will marinate your walls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I never use salt, and here's the thing: I don't like the taste of salt.
But it would be okay. So I'm okay. So walk me through this. So if you, let's say, if you made a meatloaf or spaghetti, you wouldn't use salt.
No, my kids did not know what salt was, and they did not know what those sugared cereals were.
Oh.
It was just something I didn't do. And the salt mainly because I didn't like it. As I grew older, and I mean really older, not like when my kids missed that part of it, I realized that you do have to put a little bit of salt in so many things to bring out flavor.
Right.
And even in some sweet things to bring out flavor.
Right.
And so I will now put like a little bit of salt in certain things, and I have for a while. But my kids never knew salt. Never. Don't own a salt and pepper shaker.
Here it is. I'm holding my mom accountable for putting ketchup in spaghetti, knowing that you didn't put salt in your kids' food. You know, I now forgive my mom because there are other kids out there that had it far worse.
They did. And now that I have found that McCormick seasoning,
yeah.
I am on my third bottle. And
I have it reoccurring on Amazon. They just send me a bottle a month. It's just better that way. Cause,
oh, wow.
yeah. Because it's the same price as Walmart. So it's not like it's more. And Walmart, it's like hit or miss. It's more miss than it's like every 3 times I go, it's not there.
Right.
And I only like the pink. I only like the pink one. I know they have other ones. I just like that one. So they'll have like the onion one, or they'll have like, I think there's another. There's like a what's the color? It's like a brownish orange or whatever. Yeah. It's like an onion.
Yeah, because they sell that in the 3-pack, and I saw it came up on one of my feeds, and I don't want that. I like this. This is good. Tell somebody else something different. Mm-hmm. It does the job. And I mean, you can just put it in so many things and not put anything else.
That's it. Yeah, I season it with everything, and it comes out. I even put it on my turkey. I put that on my turkey, and I put some put the apple rub on it because I just wanted to try it, and it came out good. So yeah,
well, I always say to myself when I'm cooking something, I go, "What else does this need?" And I'll just go, "Oh, just throw some of this."
Just throw that, yep, and you're good to go. So let me just to recap. So when you made your kids' eggs, you didn't put any salt on the eggs either.
Oh
no. Oh, okay.
No. I mean, seriously, this was such a big deal when I sent my son a picture of something I had cooked with the seasoning and all that. It may have been a jerk chicken. I don't know what it was. And it was such a big deal that he and my daughter were texting back and forth to each other going, "Can you believe this? We went our entire lives and this woman didn't know what salt was, and all of a sudden she's cooking."
Right.
So, yeah, no salt.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, I'm sure your kids are healthier for that, so that's a good thing. But
I don't know. I think they've made up for it because my daughter, which is one reason why I want her to have an air fryer. Anything you can cook that's pre-made that you can throw in the grease or whatever. This is what she does. So I really think I messed them up.
That's so hard, yeah.
But on the other hand of it, when we talk about, there are people that go out and say, I was in a store, and I started selling people on an air fryer or on this or that. I was talking to my son on the phone after I got my air fryer and said, "This thing is amazing."
Mm-hmm.
And he knows I don't fry. All my kids know that. Actually, one of my sons used to fry something. I said, "If you bring that in here one more time, I will throw the pan and the oil in the trash." And but so they know I don't fry, don't do grease. But he said, "Really?" And he's like you. He is borderline diabetic.
Right. Okay.
And so he's trying to watch some of the things, and he's been doing it for a while.
Sure.
But when I told him about that air fryer, and I asked him the next couple of days, I said, "So what did you think about it?" He went, "Oh, Mom, I went out that night to Walmart and got one."
Oh, nice.
And he works a hard job. And so he comes in, he actually lives in one place, but his home is in another place. And he works for a prison system.
Oh,
and so he's out of town, so it's just him. He's got an apartment, nothing in there, but the air fryer and the bed and whatever. And but he says he uses it almost every night. You can throw something in there, and it's been great because he's not eating garbage.
Right. That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Cool. Well, look at that. Well, I'm glad that seasoning helped you out because and I'm telling. So you're in North Carolina too, right?
I am 30 minutes away from you, but I have told people. They joked with me here when I moved to this town, and I said to them, I don't go more than 3.5 miles from where I live, and I drove to work in Northern Virginia traffic for 3 years.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to drive anywhere.
Right.
And so when someone says, "Well, they're not but this far," I'm like, that's further than 3.4 miles. I'm not going.
Wow. Yeah. I get it. I'm not that bad, but if I have to drive more than an hour, I kind of get cranky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Charlotte is like my limit from here because it took me like an hour and 20 minutes to get to Charlotte from here. But that's like if I have to go past that, then I start getting unhappy. Because when I lived in New York, I mean, it was just I was in 30 minutes of traffic going to work and about 45 minutes traffic leaving work. So yeah, I know, and I was like, I don't want that. So at least down here, you don't have that problem. You don't have much traffic in most places anyway.
Oh, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. Anyone that complains about it needs to go live in Northern Virginia for a day.
Right.
Because there's nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Well, cool. Well, this was awesome. Do you have any questions for me?
Well, actually, I had two things. One, before I, do your questions for you.
Okay.
I just want to suggest to people to read their directions on their individual machines.
Right.
for times and temps, and then use that to add to the post or the videos that they're watching.
Yeah. Okay.
And I say this because I really don't think some of the people out there have any idea, because the same people usually post.
Right.
And I don't think they have any idea how many different kinds of air fryers and pressure cookers are out there.
Oh, yeah, especially with air fryers, because it's different wattage, so it'll be different times and different,
exactly.
Yeah,
and,
but they're not gonna know that because they don't have them. There's no way that anyone know unless you had every air fryer and used every air fryer to know, right? You wouldn't.
Right. And the thing about the directions is you can get a recipe and get all the good parts you need, and then you can just go back and go, well, okay, Ninja, what do you want me to do?
Right.
And I remember looking at, seriously, 15 videos. I don't eat meat, but I got a steak. Don't know who made a steak, but this daggone air fryer has made me eat meat. And, excuse me, I got a steak. And I watched video after video on cooking steaks in the air fryer. And I kept thinking, well, what time? How long did they cook it? And then I finally just went in, pulled off my directions, and it went, meat. So many degrees, so long. I went, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So it really is helpful.
Sure.
To
do that. Yeah. Well, people are lazy and they don't want to do that. So it's also good to have a baseline in the group. But yeah, definitely a manual, because it should be personalized to your machine. But some manuals are not. They're also wrong too on their own machine. But that's another story. But cool.
When I purchased that the Curtis Stone $100 and almost $60 worth of pans, which I had never done in my life, I decided that if I'm going to spend this kind of money on anything, and I do it with everything I buy, I want to know what I should and shouldn't do to it. When I got my lock and lock, I decided to read all the instructions. Oh wait, I shouldn't do this. I should do this. And it's kind of good to do. You spend the money, you might as well see what you have.
Well, I'm guilty of that. Sometimes I don't read it either. I just go for it.
I know you don't. I have watched you on the video.
I just go for it.
I have sat there and you entertain me to no end because I want to say, oh, Doug, you didn't read the. You're such a man.
Yeah.
You didn't read the bit.
Yeah. I'm bad. I know. I'm sorry.
But I will tell you, as opposed to questions for you, I had two other things. One was, I have to say that I was watching an old video you did where you were using George Foreman.
Okay.
Now, not only were you using a George Foreman, even in that video, I looked at the George Foreman, which my son, who has the air fryer, used to live for. And I thought, wow, I didn't know they had one that did that.
Right.
And it made me think that, you have evolved so much.
I know. I look at my old videos, I'm like, oh my gosh. But and involved even more, because like when my first videos, it wasn't even gadgets. It was just frozen pizza in the toaster oven. So those people look at me like, some of them are still around. They're like, Doug, I can't even believe it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it is kind of interesting to go back and watch, because I can see your kitchen growing, and and stuff, and I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, this is the guy said I never cooked. I had to do this to learn.
Yeah.
And I said, now I really, really believe him.
Yeah. I mean, bare bottoms. Like, I'll be in, like, for the first year of the Kitchen Gadget Group in 2016, I was just doing homework. I was like, really? Okay. Yeah. Oh, don't use a Dollar Tree sprayer for your oil because the plastic will get into your oil. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so get this one. Oh, okay, get that one. Okay. So, yeah, I was learning.
And we're all learning with you.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think people realize how much it's the stuff in the background, the little stuff.
Yep.
And that makes you go, oh, do I need that? And that's why we, get into this dangerous situation, and you need a group called Gadget. And, I mean, we had someone who showed a picture of their kitchen.
Yeah.
And she had a metal stand, a metal rack, and I went, huh, that would be perfect for I need that.
Right.
And I'm like, where'd you get that? And she was showing food. It wasn't even about that.
Right.
So it's amazing what we see in the,
right.
I like to say the small print of the
small
video.
Print. Right. Yeah, that's true.
That makes our lives, like so much easier.
Yeah.
But what I would like to see you do.
Okay.
I would like to see you do another live gadget talk.
Okay.
And you did?
Yeah, I did a few.
Huh?
Yeah, I did do a few. I did do one. So yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you something, because I'm your quiet PR person.
Yes,
right?
you are.
You did one in 2017. And that's the one that I originally watched to what's he talking about? What is all the stuff that's out here that's so great, okay?
Right.
And you had 3 million views.
Wow. So I got it. You know what? For New Year's, I'm gonna do that. Then I gotta find who. Did I go live with anybody, or I just went live talking about kitchen gadgets by myself in that video?
No, it's just you by yourself.
Okay. Well,
your confidence is so different. Your ease of the camera. You got the green room now.
Right. Right. I'm in the green room right now. My son is downstairs doing something. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, yeah.
But it's and there's so much new stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So much
Yeah. There is. There
and I think you should do one before Christmas, and everybody goes who didn't make Black Friday goes out and buys all.
You know what? There you go. Boom. I was thinking New Year's, but you are absolutely right, and I might even do it. Well, I don't work until Monday, so it might even be sooner than that. But yeah.
And give everybody plenty of notice, because I did notice that as your faux PR person, that when you do a quick live, you don't get as many views as when you let people know. Right. Sometimes I like to post check. Like sometimes, I just like to go on just to see, who my real fan, because I see, my peers, sometimes they just jump on and, they'll have like 100, 200. So sometimes I like to just jump on and say, well, if I just jump on now, let's see what will happen. So I like to also do that. Yeah.
I also like to, but sometimes I do like when I do my giveaways and stuff. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I do give notice like on my giveaways, but if I'm talking about gadgets and stuff, I usually don't. But I'll do that in the future for sure. Give like a week notice. Yeah,
because now is really the time. Now I'm going to tell you. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
You tried the Ninja Grill.
Right.
And I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings out there, okay? Okay, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You got the Ninja Grill, and one of the things you said was, "What good is this if it doesn't have a grill plate on the bottom to give me the mark?"
Right.
So then you got the grill that you put inside of your Ninja Foodie.
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel like you have everything now in one?
Well, I'll be honest with you, and we have 3 minutes left, so I'll try and be quick. But, because I only have an hour to record this. But, the Ninja Foodie grill is better than the grill plate. But, I just don't feel like the Ninja Foodie is a grill. It's an air fryer. It's the same thing. It just could go a little high. It could go up to 510 degrees versus 450. So, I think the grill plate is a great substitution, for the Ninja grill. I don't think of it as a grill. It's just an air fryer with a plate with ridges on the bottom.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but before we go, because we got less than 2 minutes left, give some shout outs to your folks in the group that you want to give a shout out to before we go.
Yes, I have to, or I'd be so mad. Okay, first off, my sister who took me down this hole, Patricia Catapult.
Right.
Shirley Stevens, who is a riot. And Leanne Gunn, who's the answer lady. Bless her heart.
Leanne is awesome.
She has everybody's back. She really does.
Oh yeah.
And Valita Realm. And I'm going to tell you, these ladies are just, we crack each other up. We have a really good time. And sometimes, I don't know if people see the post that we post inside of the post. So, And Connie Belton. Is her name Belton?
Yeah.
She's coming out with all into it.
Oh yeah. She's like a rising star. I don't know where she came from, but she's here. She's a riser.
I know.
she's around.
I had to make a cage for her. So I know.
Yeah, she gets everything almost pretty much. And shout out to Shirley Stevens, my admin. Shout out to Shirley one time as well.
Definitely Shirley. Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, this was fun.
I enjoyed it.
And I'm glad I got to get you on here because I know I've been slacking at you. Know you're my PR, so you keep me on my toes.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.